Hello, everybody. Let me make sure that's recording. There we go. Joe Daniels swinging this kettlebell in strength, Latonia, Kentucky. Fielding Facebook questions today. It's taking me a minute to get some of these. I'm going to quickly go through this. Let me find it, what we got today. Basically, I'm going to read this. It says, "Hello, Mr. Daniels. Wanted to know if I get your opinion on shoes. I saw your video about the Reebok CrossFit lifter shoes. I train in kettlebell sport, snatch, long cycle." Everybody knows what this kettlebell snatch is. Long cycle is doing double clean and jerk with 2 kettlebells for guys, or in strong sport, which I really like, is a heavy weight with 1 kettlebell at a time. It says, "I've been interested in the Reeboks, although I do not train CrossFit. Right now I do wear the Adidas Powerlift 2, and I do like them, but I have an interest in the Reebok." Sorry, apparently I can't talk. "Do you like them better than other lifting shoes for kettlebell sport? I tried to ask a CrossFitter about them, and he told me there was no need for lifting shoes for kettlebells, and other kettlebell lifters told me to buy the Adidas shoes that are like over $200 and not the Reeboks. Just looking for an unbiased opinion. Thanks for your time. Also, I know I said it before, but thanks for putting out some solid info on the YouTube videos, which is all I like to do, is, promote products that actually really work, say why I think they work and why they don't. I bought the Armade because your video is a great buy." Well, awesome, cool. It definitely is. So now let's get to the shoes. First of all, there is hardly any listening to people to talk about certain things. Like I said, the guy that does CrossFit that he asked that said kettlebell lifting, you do not need lifting shoes. Well, chances are he does not do any kettlebell sport lifting. If you're just training in a workout and you're just using kettlebells, say for some snatches, say for some Turkish get-ups, and the last time I never have seen a CrossFit WOD that involves long cycle or kettlebell sport. Thing is, kind of don't really know what you're talking about there. Just like I don't do Olympic weightlifting videos, I don't enjoy them enough to become an expert. So I don't talk about them. I will send people that do that stuff to people that I consider experts in the subject. As far as lifting shoes for kettlebell sport, the difference between Olympic lifting, that you don't want any leaks in power in the feet and ankles, is you're doing that high amount of weight for 1 repetition. Think about this. Kettlebell sport, you're doing hundreds, okay? In the hundreds. So, think about this. If you have any leak, especially towards the end, here's where the power comes in. If you're doing 106 to 140 pound jerk on your 70th rep, are you telling me that you don't need a lot of power, especially power endurance for that? So, to use lifting shoes is a great idea. I went for a very long time using minimalist shoes and stuff to do my kettlebell sport, probably about 3 years of it. And I tested a couple different shoes, looked at a bunch of stuff, and what I really liked about, the Reebok CrossFit lifting shoes, is the fact that they are comfortable, yet they're very sturdy, and you can do other stuff. I don't want to have to change my shoes into other. Now, am I going to run? Hell no. Hell no am I going to run in a solid heel shoe. So I don't think that. Now, sled pushes, heavy sled pushes, awesome. Very flexible here. Made of, real leather. Pretty cool. And the U-form thing about these, where you actually bake them a bit, get them warm, they kind of mold to your shoe. Like I've had snowboard and like snowboarding boots that have done that too. They really seem to fit your shoe versus just, hey, size 10.5, go out, everybody has the same foot. No, they don't. But anyway, do I recommend these over the Adidas, the almost over $200? I guess it just depends. Like the Powerlift 2, I think you can get for like maybe $89. These are kind of a mid-range price level shoe, I believe. Very solidly constructed. But the thing I really like is the price is about $120. It's kind of right in the middle. I think they're well worth it. I use them for a lot of stuff. I use them every time I train kettlebell sport. especially long cycle and jerk. It's a very solid ground feel with these shoes. So the thing about someone saying, you don't need lifting shoes for kettlebell sport. Well, CrossFit subject matter expert Jeff Martone, I bring his name up. I'm watching right now on YouTube the Jeff Martone 2012 IKFF National Championships doing long cycle, wearing lifting shoes. Okay, so there's a subject matter expert in kettlebells that does kettlebell sport, wearing lifting shoes. Look at all the high-level athletes wearing lifting shoes. So obviously, that person really isn't into what they're talking about. Now, as far as buying the super high, I like to go in levels. Like, could you find something $150 to $200 that could better yourself? Could you spend that money on food, on better quality food? Could you spend that money on other things such as, maybe if you're doing just kettlebell stuff, maybe a better kettlebell, one that fits you better. Like, I really like the Valery Fedorenko precision bells. They're great. I mean, that could be the difference. Could you, do you already have an awesome kettlebell? That's one of the biggest things for hand. Your hand wears out before your feet wear out. Okay, so, like I said, this is the first pair of lifting shoes that I ever had. Have I tried on different ones? Yes. I couldn't justify spending, right now, I couldn't justify spending another $100 than these. That's my opinion. I liked them a lot better than, the other ones that Powerlift. They just seem to be, they're comfortable. Because remember, you're doing kettlebell sport, you're doing anywhere from 4 to 10 minutes. Most of the traditional kettlebell sport is 10 minutes. The shoes got to be comfortable. If it's a solid piece of, solid piece of rock and rubber, yeah, you're going to have a good, power transition from the ground. There won't be any leaks, but your feet are going to hurt like hell. These are comfortable. You can train doing long cycle, jump on the rower, on the Concept 2, it's comfortable. Do some box jumps, comfortable, stuff like that. Really awesome. So I really like them, especially like I said, on snatches. If you're doing 80 to 100 on each side, you're down towards the end. If you have any wobble in the ankle, if you have any, which should be corrected by your proprioception, biomechanics, all that stuff. But if your shoe is squishing down the side, even on maybe some minimal stuff, whatever, the Reebok Nanos, or like I like using New Balance Minimus, and stuff like that, Merrells. They got a kind of a rolly edge, it's kind of like a rounded edge, so you can definitely leak some power in there. But like I said, I'm watching all these videos, and most people higher level are using lifting shoes. Okay, I don't think there's really any kettlebell specific lifting shoes. That's why a lot of people do those Adidas. They're just the price. It's up to you. Could you do? You asked me a question about these. I really like them. So yes, I like them a lot. Maybe someday if I have a bunch more money set, maybe I'll try them out and see if they are. But I'm gonna wait till somebody has them. I'm gonna try them out. That'll allow me to borrow them for a couple days, maybe a couple workouts and whatever. But other than that, I'm really, really happy with these. Who cares what they say? Reebok CrossFit, whatever they say, Adidas Powerlift. If they work well for your application, they work well. These work well for my application, which is strength training, lifting heavy barbell stuff, doing a lot of kettlebell sports stuff, doing a lot of jumping things. Am I going to use this for every workout? No. But definitely my kettlebell specific workouts, yes, I use them. So they're pretty awesome. Let me see if there's another thing. Told I get right back. Said, lately I've been taking off the lifting shoes and putting on sneakers for the snatch only. My feet felt pretty good. From where I read that the U-form technology and the Reeboks make it feel like sneakers. And yes, and he says, you're the only kettlebell lifter I've seen use them. I've seen a couple others. Another guy at our gym that got them because he tried on mine. He really liked them. Like I said, I think they're a mid-range price. Now, could that price become from that name? But using the CrossFit marketing, is Reebok, are they making shoes that are are selling on that name. I mean, I do think that's a possibility, but I do think they're a quality constructed shoe, and I would recommend them for people. I have recommended them for people, at my gym to use this shoe. So yes, they're good. I like them. I'm going to give them my thumbs up on that.